Hi. Let's clean a bit, right? Different angle today. You see a different side of the room. First of all, welcome back. Hi. Last week there wasn't a video because I was sick, so we have a few things to catch up on, and I have this typical post-sickness cleanup, getting everything going again, right? Getting back into it, which also means there's a few plates where you eat and then you sleep again, or you just place down because you play a game because you are sick and you're just trying to get rested again. So feel free to do whatever you feel like next to it, or let's say next to it. If you also want to clean up, if you just want to listen to this as a podcast, as always, your choice. If I cough here and there, forgiveness. Be forgiveness. My voice is still not 100% there yet, but maybe that's only what I'm hearing. I couldn't really decide on doing a dishes video, doing a laundry video, doing a this and that, because I have a little bit of everything. Also, this is the 0.5 camera angle iPhone users are familiar with, so everything looks a little bit warped. But this was the best way of getting everything in the shot and give you a small overview of the. It's not like a big chaos, not at all, but like the small things. It's like, it's not really quiet, if you know what I mean, in a sense. And if the room is not quiet, it sounds weird, but you get it across. It's not organized in a certain way. I'm also a little restless. So let's start with, first of all, getting all the dishes to the kitchen. And I know in the past you guys had to only hear my voice, but this time, little kitchen cam for your entertainment purposes and for, just seeing me going back and forth. And so you will never lose track of me, only when I go to the, when I do the laundry. But 3 camera setup would be a little bit over the top. And yes, I noticed that I knocked down my pillow. Also, let me know, is it for you something where you're like, okay, I have dishes in a certain type of room. Maybe this is more like a, I don't know, if you eat in your room type of thing. But if I put the dishes, like I take the dishes from here in the kitchen, already feels like I'm cleaning up, even though they're basically just dirty. Oh, this corner here, they're basically just dirty, but at another spot. But they feel like they are dirty in the spot they belong to. You know what I mean? Also updates. What happened? I went to Munich the weekend before the last weekend. Oh. And I went to a concert which is called Lord of the Rings in Concert, which was a Christmas gift and a long time coming, because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, and I like music as well. I do music as well, and so it was a perfect fit. But I never found it. It's not in my hometown. And I was like, am I going to travel? Where do I have to travel to? And then for Christmas, my mom found out that it's going to be in Munich. So I went there, got sick before I went there, the night before, And then the drama began, you know, like, do I gonna go? Will I go? You know, risk reward. I'm sleeping in the apartment of a friend. I don't want him to be sick. He has to go to the vacation as well. I don't want him to be sick on vacation. And usually I'm the security or secure kind of type of guy who is really, you know, protecting himself. Also because I don't want to miss out on the gym so much. When you're sick, it's always very annoying. And yeah, I think that's going to catch you for that. And oh, why am I turning off the lights? And yeah, but this time I was like, well, it's not really once in a lifetime. You can get it more often, right? But the tickets were already booked for the train, and so I went. The first thing I did over there was I went to the pharmacy, and I was like, I never do this, but I went to him, to the pharmacist, and I told him, hey, I need to be able to get through the next 2 days, even though I'm getting sick. He looked at me and he was like, I got you. He gave me a few things, and it helped. So I went to this awesome event. Even before that, I went to I don't know if there's an English word for that. For all my German viewers, Therme, the biggest one in Germany, or maybe, I think, let's say Germany. And I didn't even know it existed. And for all my English viewers, let's call it a big spa, but also with slides and a pool and a lot of pools. So if you know the right word for that, hopefully it came across. And I went down all of the slides and felt like I have like Munich luck, because my friend said, well, it's always full, we can go there, but you know, the last time I went was super full, and you know, just be prepared. The last time I was in Munich, I went to the Oktoberfest, which probably a lot of you are familiar with, for the first time and the last time, as of now. Also, I didn't drink there, I just went there to see it once, and yeah, been there, done that type of thing. And Oktoberfest obviously also is always very full, but when I was there, he said he never saw it this empty in his whole life. And he was born there. And I was like, damn, Munich luck. It was kind of a joke. But then the spa was also empty, like fairly empty. We could go on every slide without waiting too much. We could get all the... It's not a tire. It's an inflatable tire. I think it's not called tire when you take it into a pool. In Germany, it's also called a tire, translated directly. You sit in it like a donut shape, and you go down the slide. And there, he said, they're almost always are, you know, taken. But we had spare ones. We could just take we could take one whenever we wanted. So that was pretty amazing. And so I did that. And also here, I don't know if we can go for the risk of playing a lot of the Rings music in here. So at least I show you a frame or a picture where I was sitting and how it looked in general. Here. And then you can imagine orchestra, a lot of the Rings music. It was amazing. It was everything I could ever hope for. It was. On the way back, I watched part 2 and part 3 of Lord of the Rings, extended edition. So basically over the whole weekend I watched around 10, how much would it be? 4, 8, 11 hours worth of Lord of the Rings. So, all in all, amazing, but yeah, being sick just took it really out on me. And I'm not the type of, it's not the type of sickness where I have to lay in bed all day. It's just like tiny, mildly annoyances, at least now. 2 days were like pretty heavy in Munich, but I had meds for that. And now it's kind of like very aggressively sticking. And I don't know if you know, if you're not familiar with, if you go to the gym in whichever shape or form, if you try to be very, strict with it, or just do sports in general, not the gym, but sports, it really takes a quality of life thing away from you when you're sick. And also it doesn't, I don't care if I'm super sick or just a little bit of sickness is in there still. I just can't go to the gym because I take it I'm very strict on that, don't want to get some heart inflammation issues or lung things, or even worsening the sickness. So I'm not the type of guy who thinks, well, if you're sick, you have to do sport to get better. I don't think that's how it works. So it's always a little, extra annoying. But all the more better, it's always good to do a sport break every once in a while. So a week is always fine. I say 2 weeks, okay as well. Also, what I kind of forget, there's allergies mixed within. So you never really know if you're sick or if it's just allergies. But enough about that. What else happened? Yes, Dungeons and Dragons campaign started. And this, I will not go into detail here. Just to tell you, what happened. Yesterday, on Saturday it started. And it is always a pleasure and a blast. If you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, I don't fault you. But I consider Dungeons and Dragons to be for everyone, at least to try it out. And I think I talked about this before, and I'm sorry if things stumble over the time, but oops, they are my hobbies. They will come up probably more often than, for example, talking about the bone structure of a Brachiosaurus, which could also come up more often. Let's see what will not come up often. Talking about sailing, probably, because I have no knowledge about sailing. Let's go back to the room. Hey-yo. And yes, started that, always a big blast. Dungeons and Dragons is a pen and paper game where you usually sit around the table, 4, 5, 6 people. One person is the dungeon master who has mapped out and thought out the whole world on campaign, either in their head or they're playing a pre-prepared campaign. And a typical scenario would be, he would start the session and be like, well, I'm going for the most typical one here, okay? Well, it's a tavern in a town called Goldenhain. You find yourself, at a bar, drinking your first beer after a long day. At work, either you're a hunter or you're a rogue, so you stole stuff all day, or you're a magician, deeply in thought in studies about magical things and beings. And all of a sudden, you hear like somebody's punching someone and a bar fight is breaking out. What do you do? And now you, as the player, have basically every decision in the world. There's rules for almost everything, and if there is no rule for it, it's a rule of cool. If it's cool, it works. Then you decide what you do. So you could say, well, I ignore it until somebody, punches me, or I'm getting ready for a punch, or I'm leaving, or I'm screaming, stop, and try to convince everybody to stop peacefully, and I'm paying for everybody for a round of beer. Or other drinks, if you don't drink alcohol. So, and then you can fight, and you can do it, and you can level up, and whatever, and it's amazing. You can roleplay your character, you don't really have to, but this is what I do, and it's always very, very fun. One thing with this video is always, I think I have so much stuff to do, and now it already looks very livable. One thing though, I have to do a quote-unquote special laundry. If you're around here for longer, you probably know what a special laundry is by now. It's like all of my favorite pieces that cannot be washed either too hot, or too long, or too, what's it called? Like if it's, I don't know, if it's tumbling too long, is this a word? Whatever. And here, and here, and here. What else do I need? Probably not white in there. Actually, technically, it would also involve the pants I'm currently wearing. Nah, how am I going to go on about that? And also some pants I'm missing, as I see right now. Probably on the left. I have to, climb to my laundry basket because the light is in front of it. And I had to take a lot of time today to figure out the placing of the lights and the camera, because midday light from the outside, it's kind of tricky to deal with on camera. Oh, I also found more dishes. So these ones go first. Oopala. Let's see if the kitchen cam is still running. Yes, it is. Welcome, welcome. I think this can still go in here. Yes. Yes. So. I think I have. I think I just remembered a big issue, and that would be that I don't have laundry washing pulver substances. I think I ran out of it a while back. Let me see. Or like what? Yeah. Oh, damn. So I gotta go to the grocery store. But that shall be okay as well. Okay, this is done. I have a lot of, I have a lot of, how to say, I have this typical, I have this issue here, maybe you know this, I will show you in a second. I have this typical issue of, let me put this away first. Typical issue of putting stuff in your, what's it called, in your space where you take off your shoes and clothes and jackets, hallway, and yeah, I'm gonna get rid of them when I leave the house. I don't have hands free. Not now. And let's switch the camera back. Yeah. This is still birthday stuff. This is like, yeah, birthday present stuff. This is the light, and this is me. Yes, you are resting on top of this cupboard, and probably now a little bit crooked. What can I do about it? And so this is always taking extra motivation out of me, at least, because I have to put all the bottles in like a big bag, and then take the other things on the right, and then I cannot really close the door, and then, you know, trying to do everything in one trip. Okay. When I say I do it after the video, probably the motivation will fade. So here's the deal. I'm going to position the camera so you see me doing that. I will put everything into a bag, make everything ready to take for the trip, and then the video will end with me leaving the house or the door. Yeah, so this is kind of the setup you kind of know, right? This is the classical, almost the classical setup for the short videos. Maybe put you guys in the right spot, like this. Maybe a little bit more back, right? So you can see the full thing, the full me. So the thing is, I usually don't have a lot of bottles because I drink water out of the tap, which in Germany is safe to do. Because I know I just don't like this. Also, the floor is dirty. I have to vacuum again. Oh, and there are more bottles over here as well. Yikes. Still with a few full ones. Yeah. But at least it's a few, you know, euros back for me. I could put them in the classical IKEA bag. You know, everybody has one of those, at least where I'm from. Also, it's a new one. I never had a new one. I always have old ones. But they are always handy for stuff like that. But they would also be better for this. Also, it's very big. Well, whatever. Let's go for it. Can you even see me on the ground? Hi. Maybe I go a little bit back. Don't want to be cut off. Also, this is always the most annoying part when you leave some liquid in the bottle. Here you will know. And it's always so loud to take away. I know this is not like a real issue, but you know, I call this an everyday thing, which is just not an everyday thing for me, because I never have this and never have to do it. It's just I don't know. What can I say? The good that I have you here, guys, to, you know, outsource the motivation. And maybe that also does the same for you, because I know probably a few of you, some of you, it was sticky on the ground. Oh, no. And I think this is also has no. I think there's alcohol. Is it? No, it's tonic. I have no idea about these things anymore. This does not look like. No, let's try it anyway. This is trash. This is the sticky thing. I wanted to say, I know a few of you probably maybe have also things lying around be pushed back for a while now. And maybe me doing that helps you to do your thing as well. What is this? Funtainment. Not big enough. What is this? Truck Works. Oh, whatever. I really like, I've come to like my, you can see it right now, but I have like a little setup in here where I have all my bags. And you know, usually at the start there was every bag was in there, and it was almost like every bag was like kind of annoying or out of paper and ripping and whatever. And now over the years, I have a really solid collection of bags. Every bag in here works. I have a Harry Potter bag, you know, which is my favorite one. I have like the IKEA bag. I have lots of small bags, big bags, birthday present kind of things, you know. Happy birthday to you. Which, I don't know, maybe sometimes you need it. And then right behind that, table tennis. Don't underestimate the spontaneous table tennis in a park kind of vibe, right? Am I distracting myself from doing this task? Maybe. Can you fault me for this? You could. Am I just human? Yes. I don't think that's the right thing to use here, but let me be stubborn and try it. This doesn't belong here. This works quite well. This I make smaller when I'm done. Buy the thing, boots, this. Can I? At least take everything that could fall out of it. Maybe that's a good deal. Yes. So now I'm like, all of this in one trip. Could work. Could work. Yeah, this I'm going to throw away. Hey, let's just do it. Also, guys, do you think this with socks, is this an okay thing to do, or is it? We're going to do this. You probably, the camera will probably keep running. And maybe if it still runs when I'm back, I'll give you a little timer how long it took me to do all of this. Because I also have to buy some food for now. Because, yeah. Also, it would be weird if I go to the grocery store with my microphone attached, right? But what do people always say? Nobody cares, right? You care the most about stuff you do, and it doesn't matter. Just do your thing. I really feel like I'm doing a fashion. The fashion is crying at me for these socks and sandals. But I mean, it's convenient, you know, it's just a quick rundown. Would it be weirder if I have no sock on? Okay, let's see. Oh, ho, ho. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Oh man, that's why I love it. This is the meme. Mom, I can do it in one trip. Trust me. Let's try my luck. Let's see how long my microphone is still working. That's true. I'm recording on the microphone itself, so it should work no matter where I am. That's insane. First station reached. The trash. First station done. Now it's into the supermarket. Get rid of the bottles. This took forever. Hi. There's a lot of undefinable liquid on top of this bag. It took forever, but I did it. Now all of this is gone. I have some food I can eat now. I have to be at singing lesson in about an hour. And yeah, that's it. That's gonna be it. Maybe maybe you found some enjoyment in that. Maybe it helped you. Maybe you did the thing you've been postponing for so long as well, right along with me. And yeah, all that's left to say for me is I hope you have an amazing day and we see each other next time.